All right, so okay, we'll let Caden.
No, you're good.
Keep getting situated.
No, you're good.
So starting out, how's everything been going? Haven't talked to you in a little bit.
Yeah,
since our random cross.
Yeah, last time I saw you, came out for your birthday. Y'all were leaving. I was like, damn.
Dude, you pulled up so late.
Dude, my girlfriend wouldn't let me leave.
You have a girlfriend?
Nah, we broke up. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. No, so
that bitch was crazy.
was she from back here or what?
No, she's from here.
So where were you seeing her at?
She drove down.
Why didn't you take her with you?
Garrett, I don't want to get into the fucking.
Yeah. So how's rugby been and all that going so far this year?
It's been going good, man. You know. Fuck. You know, didn't want to play football.
Yeah.
And it's an opportunity. I get to go to school, get a scholarship, you know.
Yeah, is it covering? Is there a scholarship covering everything?
Majority of it.
Yeah. So you guys you go to Lindenwood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I know it's in Missouri. Is it in St. Charles? Is that right?
Yep.
So what is the town like up there?
Basically Derby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's a smaller kind of town,
Yeah,
but still a little bit nicer.
It's pretty small. It's pretty small, but it's outside of like a bigger city. It's outside of St. Louis. So if we really want to have fun on the night, we go out down to St. Louis and fuck some shit up.
Yeah. So is there nothing really in your guys' town though, straight up for you guys to do?
Bars, but like they get kind of boring.
Yeah.
They're like every single bar plays the same songs over and over again.
Yeah. So I know that, like, in all honesty, I only knew what Lindenwood was because of, like, used to living in Kansas City area to where, like, I knew some of the outer areas.
Yeah.
But so what other sports do you guys have? Because obviously it's a D1 school, but...
Yeah, the only other sport we're good at is shotgun team, so... Actually, I think our cheerleading team is pretty good too, but
yeah,
our football team kind of crap, and then everything else is on the verge of getting cut, so they can put more money into the football team.
Dang. So you guys are about all good that you guys have going so far?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. So. I guess tying into you being with rugby, did you get redshirted last year, or did you?
No.
I gotcha.
I have some. I just have like nagging injuries that like I'm good for a week and then like it happens again and then I'm out for twice as long.
Yeah.
I think around August I fractured my tibia right above my knee. So I was out for 8 weeks, and then I had to do rehab. So I basically missed half of the first semester.
Damn. So, okay, this is something we were talking about earlier. Do you think rugby or football is harder? Obviously, you've played both.
Certain aspects of both are harder in comparison. Like football, I think people hit harder. I think in rugby you feel the hit more, and rugby has a lot more. Like you need to be a lot more conditioned to play rugby.
Oh yeah.
There's no timeouts. Time never stops. The ball's always in play. I mean, it's kind of like soccer. You get a halftime, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, coming from obviously rugby's not huge in the Wichita area, or well, I mean, I guess in America in general,
Yeah.
but especially Kansas. How did that kind of like start up come for you with getting into rugby?
So I used to get suspended a lot in school, and
That Carol?
no, in middle school,
Oh.
and my dad noticed the correlation of me not getting in trouble during football season versus like baseball or basketball. He's like, you know what, we're gonna find another contact sport for you. So my little brother's godfather played rugby up at KU, and he's knows like some of the guys who run the Wichita Rugby Club. So I got in that way.
I gotcha. So through that club, is there a lot of guys that go and play college rugby, or?
To be completely honest, I didn't have a full team till like my senior year, but now the club's like, it's really grown. There's probably like 35 kids on the team, and there's a lot of kids that I played with that are looking into going to college for rugby. So yeah, it's on the come up, really.
Yeah. So with being on a team that wasn't even a complete team, you know, what was it? How did that look? Like, were you guys even able to play all the time, or what?
Sometimes we'd combine with other teams, and then other times, like, we just play like 2-3 man down, and then we'd play like, so we play 15s. So if we were short a man, we'd play 10, or we'd play 10s and then have a couple subs, or we'd play 7s and have a lot of subs.
I gotcha. So is there a big difference in playing with less people like that, or is it
a lot more cardio? You have a lot more field to cover by yourself. 15s is where you'll see like more of the hits, and it's more of a strategic game than like 7s, because you have to. There's so many more people like there to defend, so you have to find areas that you're able to get through and score.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yep.
Do
you hear echoing?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not.
Hopefully not. Caden's just kind of awkwardly in the background right now.
I was listening and dude, I can't even talk.
Yeah, no, we're good. So, I guess starting out, for all the part of the clip that we just lost, rugby player, Lindenwood. What are you guys ranked right now?
I just cut it.
4th in the nation. So, that is crazy. Just like a college, I feel like a lot of people I haven't even heard of ranked like that. But we were also talking about it. There's a lot of basketball schools like that too. Like, you don't even know who they are until you see them basketball or whatnot. But I don't know. So what are you majoring in right now?
Biological sciences. I want to be an orthodontist. So
that's crazy.
So is that 7 years of school, or isn't it like 7 years in a year of residency, or 6 in a year?
Yeah, it's 7 in a year.
Damn. So what will you do once you're done with rugby? Just go to school for the last 2?
Dental school, yep.
I gotcha. Do you know where you want to go to dental school yet?
There's one in Emporia, so.
Oh, really? For Emporia State?
Yeah, and close to home, so.
Nice.
Is there a reason you wanted to do this, or what? Why'd you choose that?
Be an orthodontist?
Yeah.
I make fuck tons of money, don't work on holidays. I get to go hunting.
Do you want to open your own firm eventually, or just kind of work for somebody?
I want to own my own place, and then like kind of own a shit ton of rentals, and then retire when I'm like 50. Be that one dad who has a lake house, lets their kid drink, and then have everything.
Yeah.
Dude's gonna have his kid drinking at 13.
That's rough.
You got to start him young. That's when I started.
That's crazy.
What is that? Is that a freshman? Or that's not even a freshman. What is that? 13. What grade were you in?
7th or 8th grade.
What in the world?
First time I blacked out, my older brother's grad party.
What in the world? So, something else on the rugby side of stuff I wanted to ask you about was, Did Carroll have a team? Because I remember seeing on like
No.
Max Preps and stuff like that. Like you guys were reading at one point you were supposed to or something like that.
Yeah, we were supposed to multiple times, but I don't know. I hate that school, so they can't get anything through. And then I'm glad they suck at football now. So.
Hey, I'm glad the rivalry that we lost to Capon after we already graduated.
Yeah, we graduated. I never lost to Capon. They lost to Capon. So
That's what I've been telling everybody.
Yeah. Well, you guys, Carroll beat Capon once this year at basketball. Then Capon beat Friday or sometime earlier in the week, maybe a few days ago, at basketball. So 1-1 this year in basketball.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I went and watched one of the high school games. I watched Heights and Capon play, and like some of those some of those schools that have always been powerhouses are just kind of looking like, and I don't know, it might just be me being old talking, but they just don't look like what they once did, you know.
Yeah.
And that might just be me being old, but
especially Heights. Remember when we were young and Heights always had like a 4-star running back or some shit.
Yeah, because they had John. Then when we graduated, they didn't have nobody.
Yeah.
But before that, he plays at Friends now, and he had a bunch of offers, and then got in some legal stuff, got all his offers taken away. And long story short, he's like a 28-year-old, 30-year-old playing football at Friends University. He's their quarterback now. Cavante Baker, yeah. And I remember watching him in middle school, going to the Heights games and seeing him play, and I was like, that dude's insane. And
I remember when you were trying to get me to go to Heights.
Yeah. We actually just talked to Peyton about that. Trying to get you guys to come up to Heights. Would have been a powerhouse.
Would have got shot.
You might have run in your mouth to the wrong person.
I don't got no filter, man.
Yeah. So how's it go for you when you go up to St. Louis with no filter?
Oh God, I get into a lot of fights.
What? That's not good.
Like regarding what? Like let's hear
I'm
best
usually
fight
not
story. I want to hear this.
I'm usually not the one who starts the fight. I'm usually the one who has to jump in because one of the foreigners says something that pisses somebody off.
Dude, we were just talking about how foreigners have no filter.
Yeah.
No, and they like their mannerisms are different, and the way they do stuff seems insulting to some people. But
Yeah.
best fight story, that'd have to be. It was actually in St. Charles. It was at a nightclub called Q's, and or Quintessential Dining and Nightlife. We call it Q's, and so we were just partying. People that were of age and allowed in there were drinking. And then one of the football team, one of the football guys just kept bumping into one of the guys, and eventually this French guy turned around and punched a kid in the face, and then he got punched and he dropped. So it was 15 football guys, maybe 7 or 8 rugby guys, and I got hit in the face 3 times, but I knocked a dude out, and then I hit another dude so hard that he came up and apologized to me after. But the fight got broken up. That's like a common theme. Fights get broken up pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I've never heard somebody get punched so hard that they go and apologize. That's crazy.
So whenever you guys go into St. Louis, what type of clubs you guys go to really?
Foreigners really like the nightclubs. I'm more of a bar guy. I like to play pong and quarters and other stuff. I don't really like getting bumped into a whole bunch, and that's the whole nightclub vibe. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
Which area's real quick to punch somebody so hard they apologize.
No. I'm a happy guy when I drink, and I'm usually pretty laid back person. So I don't normally like starting fights.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you think of rodeo back here?
Oh,
Club rodeo. Yeah. Have you ever been?
Yeah, we shall not mention club radio.
Why?
Not your scene.
No, it's just things happened. Bad memories.
Okay.
Don't want to bring it up.
All right.
Oh man. So up there, are you in the dorms or do you have your own place? Or?
Yeah, I'm in the dorms, but there's on-campus housing that you can get in as a junior. So I
Yeah.
have to live on campus all 4 years since I'm a student athlete. So,
Oh, you have to live on campus?
hmm so
Is it
I'm
just
looking
to keep you out of trouble, really?
money? I'm assuming it's money. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
It could be like to keep them out of trouble, but
Well, that's not really working. Doesn't sound like.
Yeah.
the houses are cool, and like then I get to make my own food and stuff. So
Oh yeah, that's nice.
That's nice. How many people do you guys have to a room right now? Or
Just
like
two.
for you? You got two
Just-
people?
just me and another guy, and then we share a bathroom with one other dude. So
I gotcha. Well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
no.
Is it pretty affordable though, or
Yeah,
like
it's
over
not bad.
with your scholarship and all
Yeah.
that? Are you trying to finish school debt free or?
I think for 4 years I got to pay 10 grand total or something around there.
Dang,
Holy
that's
crap.
nice. I'm paying 10 grand a year right now. Yeah. So have you heard about the JUCO changes in football, or I guess just in JUCO school with sports and whatnot?
No, I really haven't been following JUCO.
So,
Well, hold on. That's the first question. Does rugby even have JUCO?
No.
No. Okay.
I mean, there's like club teams that we can consider JUCO. There's like different divisions. There's like D1A, D1 AA, D1 AAA, and then there's no really like defined JUCO term. There's just like you're either like we call it D1, D1A, like the highest level, or then you're just basically a club team kind of.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So there's no like in football where you got D2, NAIA, D3, all that jazz. There's none of that
Not
really.
no.
I gotcha. So is the skill performance like a major drop off
Yeah.
from? Yeah.
From D1. Yeah.
Yeah, in D1, D1A, you'll find a lot of foreign players.
Mhm.
So we got a lot of South Africans, couple of guys from New Zealand, couple guys from the UK, couple dudes from Ireland.
Damn.
Do you have anybody? Who are the big rugby players? The Hawaiians, like the Samoans or the Polynesians, whatever. Do you guys have a lot of those?
The girls' team has a lot. We used to have a couple dudes, but they graduated. So
Do you guys have a good girls team?
yeah, our girls' team is better than us, probably. Actually,
Really?
yeah, they played in the Natty last year.
Oh dang!
Damn.
They were
How far-
gonna win it, but they got scored on in like the last minute of the game.
Dang.
Yeah. So, as a D1 player, I'm assuming you're like I saw you guys just play Tennessee. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, do you guys like when you guys travel? Do you guys fly,
Yeah.
or is it mostly you do fly?
Just depends on the like how far. When we play BYU, we fly, and like if it's within like 8 hours, we drive.
Yeah. So, have you got to see anything cool whenever you're going and visiting these places?
Coolest thing I saw was Touchdown Jesus. We were driving through Michigan, and we stopped and practiced at the Notre Dame rugby field, and we drove by Touchdown Jesus to get there.
That's dope.
That's legit.
Does Notre Dame have a good rugby team or no?
They're not bad. The best like private school you can consider it with the best rugby team would probably be Navy or Army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Navy won the Natty 2 years ago.
Yeah. So going out of high school, how many offers did you have for rugby?
3.
You had 3. Who all were they?
So Lindenwood, a school called SNU, and then I was talking to the KU rugby team, but they didn't give me enough money. So
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. So like that is
that's another thing we should talk about is the NIL. Like, is there a lot of NIL in rugby?
not a lot, no.
No.
Unfortunate. I'm trying to be a millionaire in college.
Well, I think the biggest issue with you guys is I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing there isn't a lot that's televised.
No, it's all like off of streaming. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta stream it.
Yeah, so Garrett and I were talking about this. I think the reason for that is it's a lot like soccer, where it's not like American football. It's not like basketball or MLB, where you can get like your commercial breaks, and there's a bunch of breaks in between plays. Like rugby is like there's no stop.
There's not a lot of ad opportunities. That's also why a lot of like professional rugby players abroad, like they have their own sponsors and everything.
Yeah,
Because like the contracts compared to like American sports really don't pair up very well.
yeah.
So how does that look going? Like obviously you have college, NFL. What is like the pro version of rugby, or is there something kind of like that?
In the U.S. it's the MLR, Major League Rugby. It's cool to watch. I mean, only the first round draft picks have a guaranteed contract, so like you're really taking a big like chance.
Yeah.
Even if you get drafted, because it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, is like how does it look for overseas? Like, do you see guys like
overseas
from America going over out of college to play in those places, or not, is that not really heard of?
Not usually. The skill level overseas is a lot higher because, like you know, Garrett knows how like I started playing football in preschool and kindergarten. Those guys do the same thing over there with rugby and soccer. So their like exposure to rugby is a lot, like they have a lot more exposure to rugby. They've played it a lot longer. Like I've only played rugby like 6 years.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I gotcha. No, I mean that does make sense though, because I mean it's like, you know, people that grew up with a football in their hand from birth, baseball in hand, and obviously rugby is kind of a unheard of thing. Not unheard of, you know, but not as common.
Not as common in America, but
Yeah.
would you? Where is it probably the biggest at?
South Africa or New Zealand. The UK is pretty popular, but soccer takes over there.
And like the other thing I was going to ask is for like baseball, you know how some of your biggest players, you know, some of the most talented players come out of probably like the Dominican Republic or something. Where would a lot of those players come out of? Is it still South Africa?
South Africa. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you ever
South African, like they call it South African schoolboy rugby. So like South African high school rugby and middle school rugby is like the highest like that level in the world.
Oh dang.
Would you ever have any interest of like trying to play at the next level once you were done, or are you ready to hang it up once you graduate?
You know, I'm open to opportunities, but they'd have to come, and you know, if I got to play abroad, that'd be pretty cool. I'd probably take that, maybe take a gap year in between med school or whatever, but
You think you'd make
opportunities come?
You think you'd make more money if you went abroad?
If I was good, yeah.
Well, I mean, like compared to playing here in the States.
There's a lot more exposure overseas and a lot more sponsor opportunities.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So you're a Notre Dame fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how'd you feel about the national championship?
I was hyped the first 7 minutes.
We had. I thought we were gonna win the game.
Yeah,
I thought we couldn't be stopped.
Mm-hmm. Just marching down the field.
Yeah,
well, not marching, but we just.
So what do you feel like went south with it? You know, like
QB got tired.
Yeah, no, he did for sure.
You know, that first drive he came out and was throwing up and he was struggling. He looked tired.
Yeah. Man, I
Should
can only
have gave the
imagine.
ball more to Jordan Love.
See, yeah, but also whenever we did, he didn't do much, and plus he was hurt.
But he had 3 rushes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I can tell you, it
that's
hurt
true.
my parlay, that's for sure. And from that day, I quit doing parlays.
Yeah.
Like, nah. But, and then, like, on top of
No.
that, it's like that third and long that they had, or third, I think it was third and medium, actually,
Mhm.
where they went cover 0, 1-on-1 with
Smith.
debatably the best receiver in the nation
Yeah.
with no safety help. Like,
Yeah.
what do you expect's going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we talked about though, I think they were really thinking it was a run.
Yeah. I mean, they had to, but like the thing is like you can audible so quick if you see
Yeah.
them straight up. If I saw somebody in freaking cover 0, I'm getting out of a run real quick.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So then I guess also
and their D line, or their D and offensive line,
Yes,
were like
yes.
a lot bigger than Notre Dame.
Yeah, they were.
Kind of like the Chiefs and the Eagles, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's something we should definitely talk about today too, is that how horrible that game was.
yeah. Who are you a
You're-
fan of?
I don't. I'm a Buffalo fan, and we should have won that
Oh.
game. But
I mean, okay, that's better than Peyton Newell and his Jaguars.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. He has some crazy takes.
Yeah, I don't know though. I feel like I hate to say this, but I feel like that solidified Mahomes as out of the GOAT conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
You see the memes where it's like Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes when he's playing and commentating is
Yeah,
0-3.
no, I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that I feel like that whole game, like obviously the offensive line sucked, and then on top of that, it's just I felt like they almost came into it like too comfortable in a sense, you know, like
Yeah.
it just looked like they were so nonchalant about things.
Yeah,
that-
they looked like they thought like that it was going to be like the last time they played in the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like that Eagles defense is legit, and on top of that, the Chiefs line kind of has had issues, you know, throughout the whole year, especially at the tackle spot. I mean,
Yeah.
they had a guard playing tackle, like.
Yeah, no, Patrick, he was struggling to find time to throw the ball, but even when he had time, like the throws he had that game were pretty bad.
Yeah,
Nobody was open. Like the Eagles the Eagles were number 1 in yards on defense.
yeah.
Yep.
No, I think
Yards
that I hope next year they'll be able to do something. I know you don't. You're a freaking hater, but they have it's like 17 million in cap space. They got enough to sign like 2 players, and they got like 14 guys leaving. Like
Oh, what?
they have a
Yeah.
lot of people leaving.
Holy, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they traded it all to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then got there and
Travis Kelce did a whole bunch of a lot, you know.
dude, after seeing that, like seeing him not block for worth a damn,
He's retiring.
like he's got to figure something out.
I think he's retiring.
or be done. I do too.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. Seeing how he played this year was just so disappointing. You know.
Well, that's part of the reason I think he's retiring is because he doesn't care. This is last season.
And I mean, in real talk, like he's making so much money off of the podcast, off of.
Well, I mean, also it was wife,
Sponsor.
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's not married, right?
yeah, girlfriend.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I think he's just over it, and I feel like his brother probably played a big influence on that. But the other part of it too is like Gronk retired so like young too, and like you know you just see some
Gronk
of
was
those young
broken though. You got to
Yeah, he
remember
was.
Gronk was broken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gronk
He's
reminds
still-
me like you, just kind of
Like me?
yeah, just kind of. He's just kind of there.
What?
Nah,
does that
Gronk
mean?
was the life of the party, man. You ever seen that guy party?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like I could see, I could see Gronk getting into a bar fight. Like I could see Jacob getting into a bar fight.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
Gronk. Funny you bring this up. Gronk's actually the tight end I consider the GOAT.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the difference. I think Kelsey was a better receiving tight end, but I think Gronk could block better.
Yeah.
So,
Gronk, but like when Gronk got the ball, it took 3 guys to tackle him, though.
I was gonna say, is Gronk like how much bigger is he? Because isn't he bigger
Gronk
than Kelsey?
He's 6'7" and 275 his rookie year.
Dang,
why do you
I
know
knew that
that?
off the top of my head.
because that's his
Dude,
goat.
That's
Glazing
my goat.
over there.
That's my goat, bro. I have a Gronk jersey back home. I like tight ends, so I have a Gronk jersey. I have a Dawson Knox jersey. I have a George Kittle jersey.
See, I think the GOAT tight end could have been Peyton Newell.
I think Peyton Newell would need to learn how to run first, but
I remember he quit because they wouldn't let him play tight end. I don't know. I'm surprised. Did you ever try to play tight end at Carroll, or were you fine with line?
I tried to. But the thing about Bishop Carroll is if you're over 6'2", you automatically are a lineman.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember, do you remember after we played you guys? Because I remember I was playing DN that game. We got a picture of you, me, and Sam, and like I wasn't even short. Like I was 6'1", and you guys just towered over me, made me look like a little midget. No, that game was so damn funny because I remember getting up on the line because I played outside linebacker in that game. I was running like a lot of like DN.
Yeah.
And then I remember going up against Jacob, and Jacob's like, "What's up, Garrett?" And I'm just like, "Hey, man." That was how it was every time we played Maze too. And I go up against Jack Kerr, he'd just look at me and be like, "Oh my god!" Like, actually, never mind. He'd be like, "Oh my gosh, is that Garrett Hounsfield?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up, dude?" Like, it's just kind of funny. Which on another conversation, it's kind of crazy how many guys, even just for all sports, are playing college football from that Bears team. You know?
Yeah, it is. It is crazy.
Like one of these days, I gotta look at what the like statistic of all the guys that were on that team. You know what they
Avery and Dylan and LJ are probably the best.
Yeah. I think got Tajay. Or do you remember Tajay?
Yeah.
He's
I mean, Stam's there too.
Yeah.
Iowa State.
Yeah. Because Tajay, he got like freshman player of the year this year at Colorado. And so he was up at Colorado, and then he got like basketball guys like Isaiah Atwater. He's playing big at some D2. I don't know. You got guys all over.
If that guy was like 5 inches taller, he could go to the NBA. He's like he had the most. He had the most perfect release I've ever seen in like a kid have on the basketball.
Yeah. No, and I remember whenever he stepped away from football, it was for basketball, and I mean, it obviously worked out well for him because I think he's at Missouri. I don't know. It's the green. I think it's the green one in Missouri, down by Joplin or down in Joplin. I don't remember which one the school it is, but yeah, no, and I'm pretty sure he's playing quite a bit up there. But
what's Wesley doing?
He's at K-State. He's a safety. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
At K-State. And then you remember Colin?
Oh yeah.
I remember having workouts at Bryce's house, Coach Bryce's house, and I remember me and LJ were sitting next to him on the ground before, like, when we were having our little meeting, and then dude is like talking to us about why eating bugs is nutritional and all that. And
that guy got dropped on his head when he was just
dude, guess the craziest part. Guess where he ended up getting a scholarship to for football?
Where?
Georgia.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, who was this?
His name was Colin White, I believe.
Did he? So he played for the Bears?
Yeah, he played for the Bears for a little bit. Then his family moved back to Georgia because they were military, I think it was, and he ended up getting going to Georgia for football, if I remember right. I know he had a scholarship up there. I don't know. I'll have to look. I've never done a whole lot of research on him, but I'm definitely curious now.
Yeah, I am curious.
Yeah. No, because whenever me and LJ heard about that, because we didn't believe my dad, and then he showed us the pictures on his dad's Facebook of him at a visit at Georgia, like in a uniform and all that, and I was like, no shot. But I remember he was always a freaking unit. But
Yeah, he
on
was.
another note of guys our unit, how about Big D, man?
Oh my gosh.
I told you just had to be there.
Yeah, I keep hearing stories about this guy. I would love to meet this guy.
Oh,
No, Garrett, I'm gonna do an impression, and you're gonna laugh.
oh gosh.
Big D, what the fuck? Why is your ass crack out? Go run around the tree.
It was.
Dude, like, it got so bad that Felipe had to lend him his suspenders.
No, dude, he was so damn big. He was so big, but
He was
so
so short.
funny. Yeah. That was what I was trying to like describe him to Kaden, and like I didn't know the nicest way of putting it. And that podcast ended up getting scrapped. That
Yeah.
episode that we had.
Sorry, Peyton.
Yeah, but so the story I told him. Do you remember about him having to shit in the trees behind us?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Peyton did he remember it?
I don't think he. I think he
did.
left when he was with us. So
Yeah.
So if I remember, it was something along the lines of this. But I remember him going up to, I think it was Coach Mark, Avery's dad, and he was like, "Coach, I have to use the bathroom," and he was like, "All right, we'll go to the porta potties." And so he goes over to the porta potties, and I think they were locked or something like that. And so he comes back, and he's like, "Just go in the bushes or something like that." And so then he goes over, and he's taking a shit in the bushes. Whatever Coach Mark thought he was saying that he had to go pee or something.
Oh, yeah.
And so then he comes back after he took a shit, and it's like, what did you wipe with?
Oh,
Like, what did you wipe with over there in the woods
I don't
or
think
like
he did.
in the trees? And it's the funniest part because we practiced that. Do you know where Brown Thrush Park is?
yes.
Yes.
That's right behind Carroll, right?
And so the brick wall separating Carroll and that park, there were some bushes,
Oh my god.
and that is where he went in.
Oh my god.
Yeah, craziest stuff
Oh,
ever.
my gosh.
But
Dude, I remember he sat on a kid, and the kid cried. It was at Bryce's house.
yeah,
And he sat on a kid on the trampoline.
bro, he should have been nowhere near that trampoline,
Bro, he exceeded the weight limit.
Oh my god.
dude. No, like I don't know, how tall would you say he was? Maybe like 5'6", maybe
That's generous. Let's say he's 5'5".
Jeez.
5'5", and I bet you once we got to high school, I don't know, 5'5". You think 280? Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Probably 5'5",
Him
280.
and Felipe were the heaviest on the team.
Yeah, because then we had Felipe, this giant Hispanic guy,
Yeah.
and he was huge.
Oh, my God.
He was
His
probably
family
like,
scared. His family scared me. I don't get scared easily, but
yeah.
Why?
We'll bleep this, but they were the like local.
What?
Yeah. Cut that out,
bleep
but
this too.
All right.
Bleep this too.
yeah. So, yeah, no, I do remember hearing about that. But yeah, no, Felipe's a great guy.
Oh,
He
haven't
is a
talked
great guy.
Yeah.
I love Felipe. I love
Yeah.
Felipe.
I haven't talked to him in a
Scared
while.
me, though. His dad scared me.
His dad and uncle were so cool though. Like,
Yeah,
they were
were
scary
cool.
guys, but they were really cool. I remember them like always trying to get me and my dad to like go to like some Mexican wrestling thing with them, and like never happened. But I feel like that would have been an interesting scene for sure.
Oh.
Oh,
Have you guys seen
You know-
the say what?
No, I was like speaking of like random like sports events. You know what's really fun to go to?
Huh?
Hockey games. You sit
What?
behind a team's bench, get absolutely plastered, and just talk shit. It's the perfect sport.
I guess.
Where's this coming from?
You said Mexican wrestling, and then
What?
I was like, ooh. I have Canadian wrestling.
I guess, yeah.
On the wrestling note, though, have either of you guys like been to the short people wrestling?
Oh
No.
yeah.
Wait,
I
they have that in Wichita?
Yeah, you've-
It's what's the correct term now? You can't call them.
Little people.
Yeah, it's like the little people wrestling or something.
Yeah. No, like I've
yeah,
seen clips. It looks hilarious.
No, they sell beer too. It made it.
He said if there's beer, I'm there.
Yeah.
No, I want to go to that sometime because they come to Wichita every now and then.
If they're in
yeah.
the summer, I'm down to go.
No, we gotta get all of us and LJ to go up there to that,
We
and
could-
we'll throw Rose in there too.
We could shoot something too.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get some of them on interview.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Oh no. So, do you have any other funny, or like we were talking about this earlier, just like funny stories that we have, like me and LJ talked about this, but like from the Bears and whatnot, do you have any specific funny stories that stand out to you? I remember when you showed up to practice with a guardian and we all made fun of you after your concussion.
Yeah. No, you know the funny story? LJ gave me that concussion.
Really?
Yeah, he ran into the back of my helmet.
What the heck? How does that even happen?
Were you blocking and he was playing running back or what?
I was blocking.
He just ran right into you?
And he ran straight into the bottom of my helmet. And
Oh
I
my
got
God.
up. And then somebody's like flashing a light in my eyes. And I'm like, that hurts. Get that away. And then
Hey,
they didn't let me practice for 2 weeks.
So did he knock you out clean?
No, I was conscious.
Oh, okay.
The only time I've been knocked out, I got knocked out last year.
Oh, dang.
Rugby or fighting?
Rugby. I don't get knocked out in fights.
Oh, all right.
Oh man. What was the situation when he got knocked out?
So there's something in rugby called a scrum. Like I had just got tackled and I was on the ground. There were people over me trying to protect the ball, and some dude came over and like I got a knee straight to the temple, and like I still played the game though, but I was on concussion protocol for a week.
So how many damn injuries have you got up there in the 2 years you've been there now, or 2 seasons?
I've gotten a concussion. I fractured my tibia last semester, and then like I get high ankle sprains, but you know that's not really an injury, but that's about it.
How was the recovery for the tibia fracture?
It partially displaced, so they were hoping it'd naturally go into place. So they had me do a whole bunch of exercises that made me think I was doing hot yoga, and it actually wasn't too bad. Lots of assault bike riding, and and then you had to do like the ankle weights. You had to do like leg lifts and stuff, and that's about it.
Dang, yeah. No, yeah, that sucks.
I mean, what'd you break our junior year?
I broke everything.
Yeah.
I broke both of my hips, had one reconstructed, and I actually just had another surgery recently.
What happened?
Well, the hip that got reconstructed, it kind of went bad. So I have a hip replacement right now.
Yeah. I thought you got that done at Duke.
I did.
It went bad? I thought you were supposed to be good at it.
Well, so the reason it went bad is because we caught it too late. So, yep.
What'd you break in your hip? Was it like the socket or?
So yeah, the ball joint that goes into the socket.
Yeah.
It like slipped out. Yep.
Well, I'm predicted to have a knee replacement by the time I'm 35. So
is that like the most common thing in rugby? Like bad knees? Or you just have bad knees?
Bad knees started in football.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tore my MCL, or not my MCL, my meniscus.
Meniscus, yeah.
In the Shrine Bowl my senior year, and then I still played, and then I have MCL sprains in both knees during high school.
Oh my God. Dang.
I had a partial tear in my ACL that went away, but just got bad knees, man.
Yeah.
So that kind of reminds me. So you got to go to the Shrine Bowl. What was that kind of? I've heard some people say it's a joke. I've heard some people say it's a lot of fun. You know, I've heard a lot of mixed things. What was your thoughts on that?
You know, The reason they do it is important, so I'm not gonna shit on it. Like it supports like kids and stuff. The level of competition. I mean, there was a bunch of like 4-star athletes in Kansas that didn't go to it, so like I can understand why people say it was a joke, but it was a pretty cool experience. Like they fed us pretty good food, so I had no complaints.
Yeah, I bet you were there for the food.
Oh. I got steak and potatoes.
Yeah.
One night. It was really good.
I'll say I know some guys that they meet people at the Shrine Bowl that they're like friends with to this day. Did you have anybody you met like that you still talk with or anything?
Nobody I still talked with, but I met the center from Derby.
Wyatt Jackson.
Wyatt, yeah, he was pretty cool. And then I met Caden Miranda from Mays. He was pretty cool. And I
remember seeing that picture of you with the hard hat on.
Yeah, really, that's the only two guys I can remember.
Yeah. No, I was gonna ask you if you remembered Wyatt because I remember I saw a picture of you two together and I was like, oh, you met Jacob? And he was like, yeah, I know him. I was like, yeah. But in high school, did you just played football, right? And I guess rugby as well, but
yeah,
you never did. When did baseball come to an end for you?
7th grade.
So I didn't go that deep.
I had some rotator cuff problems, and like, it wasn't bad enough for me to get surgery. I still can't throw a baseball to this day because my shoulder hurts. But
yeah,
I can get like maybe 2-3 throws in, but my shoulder will start being a bitch. So,
does it ever bug you while you're playing rugby?
It's the passes in rugby is like more of a lateral motion, so it really doesn't bother it. Throwing a football sometimes will make it flare up, but other than that, I'm chilling.
I gotcha. There was one other thing about rugby I wanted to ask you about. So you hear about all the, like in different sports, kind of like what the training is and like especially playing in college, like how much work you're putting in. What is like your daily schedule look like for a D1 rugby player?
So we have different like schedules for different days. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have a lift. Lift is at either 1 or 12, and then we have practice at 2. Monday and Fridays we have like field practice. Wednesdays we have line out practice, and then Tuesday is defensive practice. So there's a lot of contact on Tuesdays, and then Thursdays is offense. So not as much contact, more running, and like Tuesday and Thursday practice is about 2 hours and 30. Weights Monday, Wednesday, Friday an hour, and then Monday and Friday practice is usually an hour and 30.
So it's not one of those things that like takes up your whole day essentially, like you still got time to do other stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, it really doesn't take up a whole day. I mean, you can only practice so many times on the field. You have to get reservations and everything, so
yeah,
it's not like JUCO ball what Peyton was telling us where they have like 5-hour practices.
Yeah. So in rugby, do you guys watch film at all or no?
Yeah, we watch film on the other teams, and I mean, we watch professional games. The Six Nations in Europe is going on right now. I don't know who's playing tomorrow or Saturday, actually, I should say. But I mean, we have film studies like Mondays after practice, and then like if we're on an away game, we'll have Friday in the hotel, and if we're not away, we'll watch it in the meeting room on Fridays.
Yeah, and then so whenever you guys travel, I meant to ask you this earlier. Whenever you guys travel, are you guys pretty locked down on staying at the hotel and getting from destination A to B.
Unless there's a gas station nearby, but most people just go by like Gatorade and Pedialyte and stuff.
Yeah. So whenever you're going to these places, you're not really getting to see the true area and whatnot.
Not really. Kind of in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
And then lights out. Lights out is usually different. Hotel to hotel.
Yeah.
Usually lights out is about 11 o'clock.
I gotcha. So, out of all the places you've been to, do you have a, like, because obviously you got to travel quite a bit, do you have one place that if you had to go and visit that you'd like to go back to just off some of the stuff you'd seen, or nothing really stood out?
I want to go back to Knoxville. Not on a rugby game.
I bet you do. I can see being up there.
We drove on the way to Tennessee. We drove through Nashville, and I got a couple friends that live in Nashville, so going there would be pretty cool.
Yeah. But so do you stay in connection with any of those guys from the Bears at all anymore, or not too much?
You and LJ.
Really? Yeah. One of these days we gotta do something with Rose too, like all of us, and get Rose involved. When will you be back in town next?
Spring break, March 10th that week.
I gotcha.
So I think the 9th is the Sunday, and then that whole entire week.
Okay.
That's spring break. We got to get a bunch of people in to do it in person.
Yeah, that'd be sick. We get some.
If that's something you want to do it actually in person.
I'd be down. Yeah,
we probably get LJ involved in that too.
Oh yeah,
get him.
Yep.
And that would be a lot of fun. So, outside of watching rugby, do you have any other sports that you watch a lot of? Do you watch a lot of football? Yeah,
baseball. Basically everything besides basketball.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I can't believe you can watch baseball. I can't even watch baseball. The games are so boring.
Actually, I take that back. I don't watch professional basketball, but I do watch college.
Yeah, no, college. Yeah, I can watch college, but definitely not.
I watch the World Series, but that's about it. Professional baseball. I also watch college basketball.
Yeah. Do you keep up with the NBA at all? Did you see the Luka trade?
Yeah, I saw the Luka trade.
Yeah, thought that was insane.
Oh yeah,
giving up. He's 25 years old, debatably one of the best scorers in the game.
Yeah,
and he gave him up for Anthony Davis, who's not bad, but that's giving up a.
How old's Anthony Davis? He's 30, isn't he?
Oh yeah, and I saw something about him possibly, or there's a good chance that he's gonna be out for the season too. Yeah. So you just traded him, and you're not even gonna get to use him all year.
He was their best player too, right?
Anthony Davis?
No, for Luka.
Luka. Yeah, he was their best player because they also have Kyrie, but
they have Kyrie. Yeah,
Kyrie's getting old.
Yeah,
which is why it's crazy.
Yeah, that you traded the future of your team.
Yeah, for old. Now, granted, they needed a big. I'll say that, and Luka doesn't play a whole lot of defense, but I felt like you could have went out and got so much more than what they did. Yeah. Now, granted, they got some draft picks off of it. Oh, but I don't know. I think
you could have traded them to any other team and got at least 3 players.
Yeah, especially because there's always that conversation of if you could build your if you. NBA starts over, you're building your franchise around one guy. He's probably up there in some of the top 5 options of guys to build your team around. He's young, elite scorer, not the best defense, which is why I don't say number 1. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see long picture how that turns out. But the Lakers have been so dang blessed. I don't think they ever go without having a primetime player. Oh, if you think about it, because when LeBron's done, they're gonna have Luka, and then it's they've had Shaq, they've had Kobe, they've had all these Magic. Just legendary guys. Yeah, Magic. Yeah. It just goes back, and that franchise has had a good position going for him.
Yeah, according to Damon, they have the best human ever.
So. Yeah. Now our other co-guest that he doesn't get on, or he gets on here when he can, when he's outside of work. But he thinks that LeBron is the best human of all time. Are you a LeBron or a Jordan fan?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
That's fair.
Me too. I like. I don't know.
If you see the stats, LeBron's only first in scoring.
Yeah.
Jordan beats him in every other category.
Yeah.
LeBron played, I think it's like 200 more games than Michael Jordan did. So
Yeah.
Dang.
I think it's different times too. Different times. You got different play styles and all that.
I feel like the defense was harder back
Oh,
then,
yeah.
because you can get away with a lot more.
Well, there weren't much fouls back then.
Yeah. No. Seriously.
Nowadays, you get touched, that's a foul.
Like, dude, like you go back and watch some of those Bulls, Pistons, or I think the Bulls and Pistons.
Bulls Pistons, yeah.
Well, in the
Those were legit.
in the documentary, I don't know if you've seen this, but
Yeah,
they
the
literally
last
talk
games.
about how they literally
The
talk
Jordan
about how
rules.
they talk about how the Pistons, their main goal was to keep Jordan out of the air.
Yeah, by just hurting him.
Yes, yeah.
No, like that time frame was just so different, and I think it is with sports in general. So I feel like sports have progressively got safer and safer, and obviously in football this year you saw the new kick return rules, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys see anything like that with them trying to go safer and whatnot in rugby, or is it just kind of not reached that yet?
So rugby is a different like area. So they actually have like a group of fans who get to like put in their viewpoints about like things that would make the game more interesting. So it's a lot more fan run versus like safety boards.
Interested.
Yeah.
Could you see it getting to the point where they defeat that and go more with the safety thing, or do you think they'll stay true to their colors?
I think they're like the people who like. There's too many people who like played rugby, and like when you play rugby, you're okay with like the contact, because you realize it's usually not as dangerous as it seems. Like they take a lot of the dangerous things, like hitting like without wrapping, that can cause like fucking concussions and shit.
Yeah.
But like other things like gator rolling, which could like tear your knees up, like tear your ACL and stuff. They like made rules that didn't disallow it, but they adjusted how you like do it. So instead of like wrapping around the chest, you have to wrap around the waist and do stuff like that.
I got you.
Yeah. Also, I've seen something that like rugby players or kids that grew up playing rugby, those are usually the best tacklers in the NFL, because I think they were saying that like the way you guys tackle in rugby is how it should be.
Yeah,
and it's a lot safer.
Garrett, you remember how they were teaching us one year how like the hawk drill?
Yeah, the hawk and roll.
Seahawk, yeah, that's how rugby players been tackling for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember them showing us the Seahawk videos of Pete Carroll explaining it and whatnot. Yeah, and I think it was called the hawk and roll, if I remember right.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that also has to do with you guys don't have pads on, so you can't just try to lower your shoulder and
hit
drop
stick
them.
someone.
Yeah, you can't hit stick. You have to really wrap them up.
Rugby is like a sport of identifying what hurts and what hurts less.
Yeah, you can't just throw yourself at somebody because you have pads on. Like, there's no pads. That's bone on bone.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think, though, that, I don't know, like, obviously I haven't played rugby firsthand, but I feel like rugby would be so much more painful, like, uncomparably than football, just because of that no padding necessarily. I mean, do you agree with that or not? Not really.
You get used to it in a sense. It's kind of like, it's not your pain tolerance goes up, but you're used to like
those cuts and bruises and stuff.
you're just used to it, and you're like, oh wow, I got a bone bruise. Okay, that's cool. It's like something you just it's kind of like a day-to-day thing that happens, so you just you just grow to deal with it.
My biggest thing about like if I were to ever play rugby is like since you don't have a face mask like in football, like I'm thinking eye poking, elbows to the face, getting
you
getting hit.
You can get an elbow into the face a lot.
Yeah.
Usually it's like when you're all on the ground, it's kind of like a mosh pit there, and the refs can't really see anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because like with the face mask, if you get elbowed, it's the player that elbowed you. That's their elbow's gonna hurt. It's not.
mhm.
It's not hitting your face. But in rugby, you don't got a face mask.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
also
yeah.
you get hit in the nose and like you're like, wow, that didn't feel great.
Oh,
I don't think I could.
dude, I saw a video of this kid that like got hit like right here, and he just had a hole in his mouth, and like he was drinking
Oh,
water
yeah,
and
no, I
spit it
seen
out of
that.
the bottle. I was like, no, rugby's not for me. There's no way.
Heck no, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hmm.
No, I think I don't know. I might just be a wuss, but football is enough for me. Like, my body hurts enough from doing football. Like, that's honestly a big reason why I didn't go to play college
Yeah.
ball, because I had a handful of scholarships.
Shoot, I wouldn't even play football.
Yeah.
No way.
But like, dude, I'm telling you, like, I had my finger rebuilt already.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Broken
every single
one.
year. You what?
I've broken every single one.
Really?
Oh my god, is that from rugby or football?
No, that was football.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
I bet. No, like I took a fastball to mine in baseball and chipped the bone off, and then it was
Oh.
going into my junior season where I was going to finally get to like start playing a bit, and I decided to put off the surgery because the bone was just like kind of hanging on, and by the time that I went in to get it worked on, the bone had died, so they had to remove the bone. It's like in my finger you can just feel like a jagged bone. Yeah. And then I couldn't grip a baseball the same, which is kind of why I quit
Yeah.
playing baseball. Then I tried to get back into it, and I just taking a year off was like,
That's
or 2 years off, like that setback was
yeah.
insane.
Baseball, you can't
Yeah.
miss. You
Nah.
can't take.
Because it was like right in that developmental time where people really start to get a good curveball going, like
Yeah.
and get that good off speed with
You said going into high school or
it was like that. It happened freshman year going into sophomore year. So I
Yeah.
took off sophomore, junior year. Then my senior year, I tried to come
Yeah.
back, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm
that's the part in high school where people start quitting
good. Yeah,
because either you can do it or you can't.
yeah. You ever wish you would have kept playing baseball?
Yeah.
Try to think
Yeah.
about it.
That didn't sound very confident either.
No, it's
He just wanted a ring.
like no baseball's pretty cool. I like watching baseball
Yeah.
sometimes, but I was just like in sports like that I play, it's like if I don't have like a physical contact aspect, I
Yeah.
get kind of bored.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't.
I think you might need to be on medication eventually.
You just want to hit somebody?
Yeah.
It's just a violent guy. What in the world is wrong with you, dude?
I'm just a chill guy now.
Also, the other thing is like baseball's very slow.
Yeah.
Like football and definitely rugby, there's always something happening. Baseball, you're waiting for the next pitch,
Yeah.
and you got to sit there wait for the next pitch. So I think definitely the time.
Here's one question, and we can cut it off after this, but one final question I got for you on kind of that jump from high school to college, right? Like I hear a lot of football guys talk about like the hits are just insanely different. Do you feel like the contact aspect of it is significantly different than it is in high school, or do you feel like it's
Oh.
pretty similar?
No, it's completely different.
Yeah.
It's like my freshman year, my first week here, it was like, the welcome to the NFL moments.
Yeah.
Welcome to college.
Oh.
It's like it took me like a good 2 weeks to get used to like getting my shit absolutely cleaned if you didn't carry the ball like
Yeah.
100% every time.
Yeah. So, do you have a specific like hardest hit memory you got, or anything like that, or you even remember that far
Yeah,
back?
I do. Yeah, freshman year, college. It was a double tackle, so two people were tackling me.
Oh my god.
One was a Polynesian dude from Hawaii named Koa, who I'm good friends with. Another dude was this short guy, kind of short, from Boston, who's built like he's worked construction for 30 fucking years. I got hit so hard that I thought I saw Jesus. Like I literally landed on the ground and I was like, "Is this what heaven looks like?" I just saw white.
You sure you didn't have another concussion?
I probably did.
How many concussions on file do you have?
On file?
Just 2?
Dose. Saw the chill guy being him. I'm like, that's my new personality now.
Oh boy, that's funny. All right, well, I mean, you got anything else you want to hit on?
No, I'm good.
All right, well, thanks for giving us a little bit of your time. I'm glad we finally got to make it work, despite the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But next time you're in town, definitely got to do something. If we can record in person, get all of our guys on there, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll definitely set something up. So next time you're in town, let me know.
Yep, we'll do.
All right, sounds good. Well, I appreciate you coming on again. And
you want to tag anything, Instagram?
Yeah.
Anything?
Do you have any socials, or do you have anything?
I don't even remember my socials.
Okay.
Dude.
Well,
if you want to send me them, I could.
Yeah, if you want to send anything
description.
over, we can tag you. Or if you have anything you want to advertise, just send it over.
It's probably the CTE, I'm going to be honest.
I knew it.
Oh.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on here. I'm glid we got to chop it up a little bit.
It's been pretty cool. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll catch you later.
Yep.
See you, broski.
All right. See ya.